I then go on to say, I hear what you're saying about having an aromatherapist certification, but I disagree with that being the Hey, it's Lance McGowan here, and today I'm going to read off an email that I received from somebody who dissed me about using essential oils internally. And they had some, interesting thoughts and ideas, and I did as well. So, without further ado, here we go. Okay, so they sent me an email, and her name is Robin. And she said, "You really need to become a certified aromatherapist before you give out info." With the head action. Without having the head action? Yeah. Okay, she said, "You are not giving correct advice. How would you feel if you got someone sick?" Well, first of all, this email kind of came out of nowhere because, number one, usually people leave comments on my YouTube videos, so I kind of get the context, but this email was just like out of left field, so I really didn't know what she was talking about. But I responded back with, "Can you help me understand why you didn't leave this comment on the videos in question on my YouTube channel?" So I assumed that she watched my YouTube channel because that's usually when I get, as they call it, hate mail. Or not hate mail, but like critic mail, whatever you want to call it, email. And so I just was trying to seek some understanding, but at the same time, I did want to know why she didn't leave it on the YouTube video like 99% of other people. But I'm okay with people emailing me, or sometimes even people text me. It's just when it's given, she was kind of telling me what to do, so I wouldn't say it's constructive feedback. It's probably in the middle between constructive and deconstructive, but it's also telling me what to do. So I'm kind of just already kind of like, okay, so she responded back with, "Because I didn't want to be embarrassing in any way, shape, or form, but you were telling people to use stuff in certain ways that isn't correct, so you might want to think about becoming an aromatherapist so that you can learn more." So clearly she is very for aromatherapists, which I am too, because it is another position where you help people to learn about the benefits of aromatherapy. But at the same time, there's probably a lot of underlying stuff going on that she isn't saying, like, with an aromatherapist certification, you do get the authority to let people know or give permission for internal use for certain brands. But at the same time, I'm going to cover that, but it's important to just rely on facts as well as your own experiences and customer and client testimonials and stuff too. But we're going to get into that. I'm going to talk about that. I'm getting ahead of myself. I said, "Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Sharing your recommendations and opinions on my channel wouldn't be embarrassing at all, nor would it be perceived that way as long as it's done in a respectful manner." And that's true, right? It's okay to disagree with somebody. It's okay to say you don't like something, but at the same time, you can do that respectfully. Like, you can say, "I respectfully disagree," or you can say, "I disagree with that for these reasons," or, "I don't like the way that sounds, but at the same time, this, and that." But a lot of times, what somebody will do, because they don't have good conflict resolution skills, is they'll say, "Shame on you," or "You should be ashamed of yourself." And so they'll use shaming tactics instead of actually dealing with the truth and seeking understanding and then speaking truth in a way that's respectful. And that, again, has to come down to conflict resolution skills, which I get it. We're not taught that in school, and unless you're becoming a mediator or, psychologist, even there, it's kind of like, you got to live it out in the real world, not just in a textbook in a classroom. So anyways, it has to be done intentionally, is what I'm trying to say. And the book How to Solve Your People Problems by Alan Godwin is an amazing resource. So I'll have more information in the link in the description below, so you can check that out as well. All right, but anyways, I go on to say here, not everyone is going to agree with 100% of what I say. Not everyone is going to agree with 100% of what you or I say. If they did, then we'd be the same person and one of us wouldn't exist. That's true. No matter how many core values that somebody shares with you or how many things you have in common or that you can come back to the table with, there's going to be things that you don't agree with them on, or maybe they say or do stuff that you don't always like, and that's okay, because again, if you were the same person, then one of you wouldn't need to exist, and you can't agree on everything. I think again, it's just trying to understand where the other person's coming from, trying to speak truth, and trying to agree to disagree on the things that can be. It's not always trying to reach consensus or convince and pull the other person to your side. Sometimes they don't want to be pulled, they don't want to be convinced, they just want to believe what they want to believe, and that's fine. You just have to focus on the other, hopefully, 80 to 90% of the things you do agree on, and let the other things, you know where they stand. That's it, you know where they stand. I know where she stands. She wants me to become an aromatherapist so I can tell people with authority to basically, yes, you can take essential oils internally, but as I've mentioned in my other videos, the short answer is it depends, and the long answer is mentioned in those videos. Okay, here we go. I then go on to say here, I hear what you're saying, but having an aromatherapist certification. I then go on to say, I hear what you're saying about having an aromatherapist certification, but I disagree with that being the only or the best way to establish credibility and authority on proper usage of essential oils. Presenting fact-based evidence that can be verified by third-party research, combined with client testimonials and personal experience, has been the best ways that I've found to support the proper use of essential oils topically, as well as aromatically and internally. In the end, it's okay to agree to disagree, and that's the truth. It's okay. We don't always have to try to convince the other person or use shaming tactics because we don't know how to properly deal with conflict. I teach in a way that helps people receive the health benefits of essential oils in a safe, effective, and less expensive way, especially with my clients once they receive the right education and personalized support from myself. And that's the truth. The folks that properly use essential oils after we do a wellness consult and they get their kit, no issues. The only issues come when people don't properly use essential oils because they don't understand the total benefits and proper usage. I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to. And I did, check out some more information because she sent me a link to an aromatherapist website and gave me some more, information. And at the end of the day, this is what I experienced in some of my other videos, where if you have a strong presupposition or predisposition to something, meaning you have something that's right in your head, and anybody that says anything that goes against that is automatically wrong. And so for her presupposition is that you have to be an aromatherapist in order to be able to tell people or give people permission to take essential oils internally, and I disagree with that because there's other ways, as I've already mentioned, that you can do that, and a lot will depend on the brand, the quantity of usage, the location of usage, the frequency of usage, the dilution. There's lots of other factors. Again, I cover that in my other videos in more detail, but the point is it's not always an easy yes or no, you should take essential oils internally or not. It depends on factors that need to be considered, and I think that is part of the discussion, and I do cover that in my videos, or at least try to provide more information and create a starting point for conversation. And at the end of the day, if somebody does want more information, that's why it's important to establish a relationship with somebody that you know, like, and trust, and become a client, so therefore you can get that specialized education, customized support, and everything else. That concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button if you did. Make sure to hit subscribe for future video updates, and check out the links in the description below so you can continue to get your learn on.